Hey everybody, we are in the third week of Advent, and this is a reading from the third Sunday of Advent, and it's a reading from the Gospel according to John. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came as a witness to testify to the light, so that all might believe through him. He himself was not the light, but he came to testify to the light. The true light, which enlightens everyone, was coming into the world. And this is the testimony given by John when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who are you?" He confessed, and he did not deny it, but he confessed, "I am not the Messiah." And they asked him, "What then? Are you Elijah?" And John said, "I am not." And they asked him, "Are you the prophet?" And he answered, "No." Then they said to him, "Who are you? Let us have an answer for those who sent us. What do you say about yourself?" And John said, "I am the voice of one crying out in the wilderness, 'Make straight the way of the Lord,' as the prophet Isaiah said." Now, they had been sent from the Pharisees, and they asked him, "Why then are you baptizing if you are neither the Messiah, nor Elijah, nor the prophet?" And John answered them, "I baptize with water. Among you stands one whom you do not know, the one who is coming after me. I am not worthy to untie the thong of his sandal." This took place in Bethany, across the Jordan, where John was baptizing. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. It's a little bit of a confusing passage if you don't understand that 800 years before, the prophet Isaiah said those very words, "I am the voice of one crying out in the wilderness." And the Jewish people were waiting for this person that Isaiah referred to. But the person crying out in the wilderness is not the Messiah. That's who they were expecting. And you got to understand, John, when he realized that Isaiah, the prophet that he would have heard about in the scrolls, their scriptures at the time, that he was the guy that Isaiah was talking about 800 years ago, John would be like, "I've been baptizing with water, and I'm just paving the way for my cousin, Jesus. I'm not even unworthy to undo the thong of his sandal, and I'm just telling people that he's coming." And then John's like, "What did he say in Isaiah? What did he say in Isaiah? Oh, yeah. The voice of one crying out in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord." I said that. Like, Isaiah was talking about me. And now these guys are asking, "Who are you?" And I have to tell them that, well, I'm the guy that Isaiah was talking about 800 years ago. I'm not your guy, but I'm talking about the guy. And the guy is Jesus. And John, all John did was step in and played his part. He just did what God asked him to do. He just knew that something big was coming and that he had a role to play just to prepare people for that thing. And that thing was a person. That person is Jesus. And so John's just saying, get ready. Like, you've got a part to play. I'm going to play my part. This is my part here. And he stepped into it. And we don't know if he stepped into it with boldness. We don't know if he stepped into it shy, uncertain. Like, I kind of think that's a big deal when you step up and you say, like, "I'm the guy they were talking about 800 years ago. That's me." Like, that's a big deal. And so maybe there was some humility, a little bit of uncertainty, insecurity. It's at the same time confidence that God's plan was unfolding and he was playing some really cool part in it. And God's plan is unfolding now. And you have the opportunity to play a really cool part in it. And you might wonder, how do I know what that is? That is a really good prayer. God, how do I know what the part is that you have for me to play this Advent. God bless you guys. Love y'all.